Alright guys, and welcome back for another day of the Trails of Cold Steel playthrough. Instructor Sarah, Crow, and Emma. Sorry, so we are back on free day, if you guys last remember. And we shall be going to... where did I say she was? Third floor. We're just going to... drinking with Instructor Sarah. Oop, I feel like I'm wasting my breath pointing this out, but you do know it's the middle of the day, right? You got a problem with me spending my afternoon drinking? It's my room and my beer. I'm not seeing any problem here. Looks like she's already plastered. Knowing her, she's probably ready to leap into action if anything serious were to come up, though. This might be a good chance to ask her about some things I normally couldn't. Hey, don't just stand there like you've got nothing to do. You're a student. Come, sit here and keep me company. I don't see how that has any relation to me being a student. Oh well, I guess this is as good a chance as any. I'll go get myself something to drink. Oh, be a dear and give me something to snack on while you're at it, would you? Fine. Looks like you've been working pretty hard for the student council. That's what I feel. Wait, that's what I like to see. Building up experience and making memories is exactly what youth's all about. I don't want to hear it not from the person that pushed me into it in the first place anyway. Sorry, especially since I've had a lot on my mind lately regardless. So this is about Machias, huh? Was it that obvious? Well, you don't exactly have a poker face. Have you figured out a way to make up with him yet? I wish. If I'd been completely honest with him to begin with, none of this would have happened, so it's all my fault, but still. I remember when I had such simple, youthful worries. That's one way to brush me off. Well, the way I see it, your best bet would be just focusing on helping the student council out for today. Helping other people out with their worries helps you develop as a person and figure out how much to take care of on your own. Really? Of course. You need to take each and every request seriously and not just see them as boxes on a checklist. Listening carefully to what a client says and figuring out what they really want from that is key, a part of the job. After all, people tend not to say what's really on their mind. You have to listen for it. Hey, what's with that look? I'm just surprised that you gave me such a helpful, on-point reply. Can I ask what you did before you became an instructor? Well, let's just put it this way. I've got a lot of experience. More than enough to give you youngins helpful advice whenever you need it. That would be a bit more credible if you weren't completely drunk. Lucid enough to dodge the question, though. Hey, either way, I'm your homeroom teacher. I'll always help you out if you really need me. For now, though, just focus on what you've got to do. I suppose you're right. Well, it's not every day she gives good advice. Might as well take it while I can and focus on helping out the student council. Sarah took a swig of her beer, sitting on the table. That's the stuff. I can take her advice, right? I don't know, Reen. I don't know. I have a request at Kanye's bookstore. Kenneth? You know what, Kanye? I'm gonna call you Kanye. Welcome. Feel free to browse at your leisure. Pardon me, but you sent a request to the student council, didn't you? Ah, I certainly did. And I'm guessing that means you're taking care of it. Wonderful. Yep, you said you needed help with delivering some books to the Academy's instructors? Correct. usually handle it myself, so I'm sorry to put that work on you today. If you don't mind me asking, is there a reason you needed someone else to do this? Shamefully, yes. I lost the order sheet I received from the academy, so now I'm not sure who I should deliver each book to. That's when I decided that it'd be best to ask one of you students instead. You're more familiar with your instructors than I am, so you might be able to deduce who ordered what. So that's why you would put the request in with the student council. Exactly. I actually hire a part-timer who's a student at Thor's. I'd planned on asking her first, but she's working somewhere else today, so the student council is my only recourse. Why do gnats always bother me while I'm recording? Any other time, they're nowhere to be found. Start recording? Hey! Now it all makes sense. So are you free at the moment? I'd like to get them delivered as soon as possible. Sure, I'll take these off your hands. Great, here you go. You'll have 5 books to deliver. They make for a heavy load, so be careful carrying them. Behind the War Lines, Modern Art, Topical Science, Analyzing Microbes, the Empire's Hottest Spots. Oof, you weren't kidding about the weight. Did anyone order multiple books? Don't worry, just one per person. So 5 deliveries, 5 people, 5 books. Seems simple enough. These are all different enough that I should be able to figure out which instructor ordered which. I'll get started right away. I'm sure you'll do a great job. Book delivery. So we meet again. So we do. Enjoying a little tea in peace and quiet today, Crow? Nah, I'm just waiting around for an appointment. But they're sure taking their sweet time. Way to keep a guy hanging. I get the feeling you've done the same thing at least a couple of times. Ooh, feeling cheeky today, are we? Can't really deny it, though. I wonder who he's waiting for. Doesn't seem like a girl. At least I don't think. Mind if I join you, Crow? Sure thing. And hey, once they get here, maybe you can even join in. Yo, kept you waiting, huh? Speak of the devil. Sorry we're late. We ended up getting a bit distracted. This isn't what I was expecting. I'll let you off the hook this time. Better not let it happen again, though. Yeah, I know. But what are we messing around for? Let's get started. Blade? Oh, what? Do you play? I've been telling everyone who'll listen about it. Even handed a deck over to old Mitch to spread the love. So it was Crow's deck that Mitch gave me. Alright, take that. Ooh, you're in for it now. Don't give up, Kay. It was nice to see. Didn't think you had it in you to look out for anyone else. Maybe you're not so bad after all. You flatter me. Wanna join in? Bets start at 3. You can't be seriously making children gamble. I mean, that depends on your definition of gamble. We're just playing for candy. Wait, how does that make it okay? But it's still kinda sad you're betting against kids. Aren't you technically an adult now? Whoa there, slow down a little. Age is all relative in a clash of spirits like this. Take this. Bolt. Ha, right into my trap. Eat this. Mirror. Oh man, are you serious? You did it, Kay. Heck, piece of cake. Thanks, Crow. I don't even know what we're gonna do with all these sweets. Dang it, that's the last one you're getting out of me. It looks like Crow's the only one losing anything here. Guess I could play a few rounds. Green then joined the fun and enjoyed a few games of Blade with everyone. But he didn't have any candy. Let me out. Right. And Emma is right next door. Wait, she's in the bookstore? Wait, what? Did I not see her? Am I that blind? Oh, hey, Emma.
Oh, hello there, Reen.
Should I be Emma's voice?
I see you're working hard as always.
Hey there, Emma. You know, I see you in this bookstore pretty often. What brings you here today?
Well, today, I'm searching for some study materials. I'm hoping to find some that'll help Fee with her classwork.
Ah, so that's it. Have you come across anything good yet?
Not quite. I've been struggling to find something that would make it easy for her to understand. But on my honor as class president, I'm going to keep looking until I find something.
I do owe her one after cheering me up for yesterday. Maybe I can help her out. How about I help you out then?
Are you sure? Thank you so much for offering. Okay, then get started. Would you mind searching over there?
Got it.
Unsurprisingly, most of the books here are targeted at people with a high level of education. Fee isn't quite there, though, so I need something a bit simpler for her.
It's really considerate of you to use so much of your free time to help her, but isn't this cutting into your own studies?
It's not that big a deal, really. I got into the academy on a scholarship, so I want to return the favor by doing all I can to help other students. Class 7 is an especially small class, too, so helping each other just seems like the natural thing to do.
That kind of thinking is why you're our class president.
You don't need to flatter me.
It's not flattery, it's honesty. For what it's worth, Fee's been paying a lot more attention in class since you two started studying together.
I've noticed that, too. It's nice to see. Hopefully, I can teach her how to get more excited about learning new things before our midterm starts.
That would definitely be a big step for her. Hearing that makes me really want to find her the right book.
You and me both.
Oh, what about that book over there? That might work.
This one?
Oh, Rena and Emma's hand brushed together as they reached for the same book. Oops, sorry about that.
Likewise.
And thus they managed to find some useful study material for Fee. Gaius is on the second floor. Building. Could go there.
Gaius, where are you?
Oh, no. Other room. Music room. Ah. The teacher. Did I miss? Good. Not close enough. Let's see. Mary. What should I give
You've got plenty of friends You've made plenty of friends during your time here at Bowers, haven't you, Reed?
Sorry.
And not just in your own year either. You forge friendships with second years, instructors, and staff alike. You're the kind of person that people can feel confident placing their trust in.
Thank you very much. When you say it like that, it makes me a little self-conscious.
On the contrary, you should be proud. Well then, as one of the instructors tasked with handing out the Lionheart medals this year, I hereby present you the Medal of Friendship.
Oh, hey, thanks. Thank you so much. This is a real honor. Other than that, I don't really know what to say. I'm not really used to this sort of thing.
Neither am I, to be honest. But I suppose all I can ask is that you continue to deepen your friendships with everyone. I'll be cheering you on as you do.
I will. Thank you again. Alright, so now I actually need...
Why, hello there. Do you have a question for me?
I do. You have a moment. Mary teaches arts and comics, so this should be hers. Showed her the copy of modern art.
Oh yes, I did.
Oh, cool. I don't exactly know anything for this quest, just talk to people.
Is there a reason you have it?
Then you should ask. It's quite the story.
I see. That's very diligent. That's very diligent of you.
Not at all. I'm just doing what was asked of me.
Well, come on. No need to be so humble. I should have said this earlier, but thank you for going out of your way to bring this directly to me. I'm sure this book will increase the quality of my lessons dramatically. You've made my students very happy.
That's very flattering. Alright. Nope. Those guys, but I need a map. There we go. Map says that there's currently no one here. Gaius would be in the art room. That is home ec. That was the music room. Art room. Where you at, Gaius? Let's bond. Oh, hello there, Reem. Sorry, did I interrupt you? Not at all. Clara instructed me to do some dozens, so I've been spending the day working on those. Felt a bit tired after finishing a couple of them, though, so I'm just taking a break for now. Sounds like you've been working hard, at least. I don't want to see what he's like when he's drawing. Would it be okay if I stayed a while and watched the draw? Fine by me. If you got any good advice, I'm all ears too. Wow, that's quite the elaborate drawing. Compliments like that make me feel like I'm improving. But don't hold back if you have any criticisms to make. Got it. Even though I think it looks pretty great already. You used to draw back home, right? Yeah, I taught myself by painting landscapes well, mostly landscapes. But Clara, the head of the club, wasn't too thrilled to hear that. How so? According to her, I draw purely by feel without even the most basic artistic techniques. She told me to take what I see and make it my own. So I've been doing rough sketches like this since last month. In fact, I just finished my 100th sketch. That's a lot. I don't know if I'd have the patience to sit down and do that many sketches. Isn't it kind of a pain? It's not that bad. Helps that Claire's words resonated with me. That's what I'm doing with my time in the Empire, after all. Taking what I see and making it my own. Well, it seems like it might be a good time to ask. Where are you from? I suppose I never did mention that, did I? I'm from the Nord Highlands, to the north of the Empire. Hold on, that's where Emperor Dracul's raised his army. All this time we were learning about Nord in class, and you were from Nord? Well, you know, I do plan on telling the rest of the class eventually. Come to think of it, I don't know why Gaius came to Thor's in the first place. Hopefully I'll get the chance to ask him sometime. Is something wrong? No, sorry, just spacing out. I'd really like to see your painting when it's done. If If it turns into a painting worth seeing, I'll be sure to show you. Yay! Alright, time to go find the other teachers that these books belong to. Let's go out to the front entrance. That way I can see where all they are. Oh, in the main building. Well, you know, I was just in there. I didn't see any green marks. So you know what? We're going to the student library. Delicious. Alright, let's see, where are you? Hey, Patrick. Oh, wait, was he the other way? Oh, man, he was, wasn't he? Wait. What? Is he downstairs? Wait, hold on. I know he's in the scene. There you are. If it isn't Reed, how may I help you today? If you're here to talk history, I'm sure I can set aside a few hours of my day for an engaging little cat. Not today, thanks. Instructor Thomas is in charge of history and literature. It's not hard to tell why he was picked for the former either. I'm just here to ask whether you ordered this book from the bookstore recently. Oh, you have my Behind the War of the Lions. Wait, why do you have my Behind the War of the Lions? Well, it's a long story. I see. It all makes sense now. Thank you for going out of your way to hand-deliver this to me. Oh, it was no trouble at all. By the way, this book provides an in-depth look at several of the mysteries surrounding the War of the Lions. Though I suppose you probably figured that much out from the title. I intended on covering these mysteries in class too, but I would be more than happy to lend it to you if the premise catches your interest. I'll let you know if I ever find the time. Back into the main building. Where are you? There. Hey, dude. You're that Reed Schwarzer from Instructor Wallenstein's class. What brings you to me? May I have a minute of your time? I'm pretty sure he teaches political and economics class. That should be... Do you know this book by any chance? As it just so happens, that's the very book I ordered from the bookstore. Why do you have it? Wait, don't tell me Wallenstein's corrupted you into petty thief. You're both stealing academy deliveries, aren't you? Hold on, let me explain. I see. Allow me to apologize for doubting you so readily and vehemently. But that raises another question. Your father is a baron, is he not? Then why, pray tell, would someone of such worthy blood perform such menial tasks? What exactly are you asking me? I do not mean to deny the work ethic or the importance of the student council, but nobles have their roles and commoners have theirs. I would just like for you to keep that in mind. I see. What's more, you could very well have a bright future. Try not to let Instructor Wallenstein's influence sting you too much. That is all. You may take your leave. Thank you for your time. You must be gunning for the title of Thor's most punchable faculty leader member. Neihart, you got a thing? You would be privy to Instructor Wallenstein's whereabouts, would you? wouldn't you? Her combat studies are scheduled for the same time as my military science lessons, and I've been trying to resolve that. Unfortunately, none of my attempts to contact her have received any reply. What on earth could she be doing? Given that she's getting hammered in the dorm, perhaps honesty isn't the best policy right now. It must be rough for someone so straight-laced to work with someone like Instructor Sarah. Alright, so you don't have that request for me. What's that? Oh. I guess upstairs is where the next one is. I'm running in the halls, running in the halls. Rooftop. What's up, dude? Markov? Makarov. Oh, Marine. Come here a sec. You know, you've gotten a real air of confidence since you first showed up here at Thor's. Really? Haven't really noticed much of a difference. But maybe it's because of all the difficult opponents we've had to face over the course of the year. Yeah, I've heard you've been through a lot on those field studies or whatever. I've gotta give this to someone, so figure it might as well be you. What? I'm in charge of handing out the Lionheart medals this year, so yeah. It's the Medal of Valor. Congrats. Wow, thank you so much. It's a real honor to be awarded something like this. Well, keep up the good work, I guess. Crow and Angelica got it last year, and to be honest, I think you're on track to accomplish just as much as they did. I don't know if I'll be able to pull that off, but this is going to motivate me to work even harder from now on. Now take your book. Oh, hey Reem. What do you need? Just a moment of your time if you can spare it. Instructor Makarov teaches natural sciences and horrible engineering, so this one. Topical science. Yeah, I've got a subscription to that magazine through the bookstore. What are you doing with it? Well, it's like this. Well, that'd do it. Thanks. Between schoolwork and doing favors for the student council, you must be one busy guy. I won't deny that. Changing the subject for a minute. Mind if I ask what you're doing up here? Evading all my teacherly responsibilities. Couldn't you tell? Right, how silly of me. There are some things you just shouldn't say in front of your hardworking students. It's cool though. I'm doing just enough work to keep me from being fired. You should try it out sometime. No offense, but I think you work too hard. Today's free day, so you should use it to relax a bit. All that hard work will catch up to you if you don't. That's a good point. Oh, wouldn't have expected that out of him, because he does care about his students in his own way. Anyways, thanks for bringing me a magazine. Catch you later. Right. Thank you for your time. Alright. Old schoolhouse we don't want to go to. Have we ordered all ordered? Do we do all books? Hold on. Almost had it. What the heck is this? Heck. Alright. Anyways. Oh, 1, 2, 3. Oh. I have one more. Wait, what was the second? 72. I'll be waiting in the lower class dorms.
money to buy. Didn't think you read it too.
Let's not jump to conclusions now. Looks like I was right on the mark. Truth is,
Thanks. That explains it then. Sounds like your work for the student council is varied. Nothing else. Well, might as well have a little look at it now.
she might be the most carefree person I've ever met. That's a magazine for people looking to tour the Empire, isn't it? Seems like something you should be buying with your own money, not the Academy's.
It's for your field studies.
What?
I'm reading this so I can research potential field study locations. Yet here you are, assuming I'm planning to sneaky little holiday for myself.
That's pretty rude, you know. I see. Certainly sounds plausible. May not seem like it sometimes, but I guess she really is always looking out for us.
The booze here looks pretty good. First it tells me about Celtic's beer. Now this. Gotta appreciate a magazine that covers an adult's needs.
I take it all back. The only person she's thinking about here is herself. Right, that's all 5 of them delivered. Let's head back and report to Keen's. Keen's. Looks like you made it. All your deliveries. What a boon you've been. Thank you. Always happy to be a boon. Here, I want you to have something as a token of my gratitude. They may come in handy at some point. Hey, bait. Think they will. Much appreciated. Again, cannot overstate how thankful I am. You'll be the first one I call if I ever need a hand again. Always willing to help. See you later. Now for the lower class storms. Those are over here? No. Here. You seem like lower class storms. Hey, I was right. Alright, where are you, person who needs my help? Excuse me, you're Klein, right? I am. If you're asking, you must be Reen. Yep, Reen Schwarzer of Class 7, at your service. I read you wanted me to fill in for you at your tutoring job? That's right. Something urgent's come up, so I won't be able to make it today. That's why I took this straight to the student council. If you don't mind me prying, may I ask what's so urgent? Of course. Truth is, my family got in contact with me last night to tell me that my mom collapsed when she was out working. That's all I know, but I've already got tickets for the train out into the country this afternoon. I'd do the same if I were you. The house you'll be tutoring at is a straight shot south from these dorms. It's by the riverside. Can't miss it. Your pupil's a boy named Emil, and you'll be speaking to his mother, Melissa. In terms of what and how you teach him, I'll leave that up to you. And honestly, if you want to back out, that's fine too. I've already told Melissa that you're not necessarily locked in, so she'll understand if you can't make it. Thanks for giving me the out at least. Oh, right, probably should have asked at the beginning, but are you sure you want me doing this? Never tutored anyone before. Well, you're a student here, so you got the knowledge to do it at least. Never helped other people study before? I've helped my younger sister with things she didn't understand at Sunday school. Then, there you have it. Emil's got all the books he needs already, so all you need to do is go through the material together. Today's topic should be horrible science, by the way. You might want to brush up at the library if you're not too confident in that area. Thanks for the information. Well then, I've still got to pack, so I'll be heading back to my room now. Any other questions before I go? I should be fine with what you've told me. Nice. This is real weight off my shoulders. Good luck. Bye, dude. I do hope nothing serious happened to his mom. That would suck. So today's topic is horrible science. That it is, Reem. Probably had the right idea about going to the library. actually worth brushing up on my knowledge of the Rhineford Company, too. Once I've done that, I'll find the house. Or we find it now. Away we go. Hey, two children. Excuse me. Oops. Sorry. Wrong house. I think. Just pawn shop. Trista home. Oh, there it is. It does have a marker. Why did I not see that before? Not just that blind. Apparently I am. Oh wait, I was right the first time when I decided to come over here. Where are you? Where are you, Melissa? Here you are, trying to hide from me. Excuse me, I was sent here by a second-year named Clyde.
Oh, you must be the one filling in for him. How thoughtful of him to find a replacement. Are you free to tutor Emil now?
Yes, of course.
Thank you. I'll take you to his room then.
Hey, Emil. Hey, allow me to introduce myself. I'm Reem Sworzer, first year and a member of Class 7. Nice to meet you.
Likewise.
So, what do you say we get started? We'll be going over orbital science today, right?
That's right. I've already got my textbook ready.
Page 40, huh? So we'll be focusing more on the historical side of things.
Indeed.
For the record, Klein and I covered up the beginnings of the Orbital Revolution last time. Really deserves to be called a revolution for changing everyone's lives so much and so quickly. I'm sure you know the answer, but let me ask to refresh myself. How long ago did the Orbital Revolution take place? It started with an easy one, huh? It started about 50 years ago. If you make it sound like common knowledge. I should have expected you to be smart since you are a Thor student. I wouldn't go that far. Follow-up. Do you know who invented orbits? That would be Professor C. Epsteinstein. Speaking of, it was in the year 1155, just a year after his death, that the Epsteinstein Foundation was formed by his skilled disciples. Oh wow, I didn't expect to hear all that. You really are amazing. That's not true. The way I explain things probably made them even harder to understand. Either way, I think today's plan is to go over these topics as a refresher first, and after that we'll try and cover everything up until the year 1770 of the Sagittarian calendar. Sounds good to me. And that's about it. Did you manage to get all that? Yes, I should be good. I have to admit, I'm surprised. It's hard to believe that a company as massive as Rhineford used to be such a single factory. It is. The Orbital Revolution brought about big changes just about everywhere, but it's safe to say that the Rhineford factory's transformation into such a huge corporation is one of the biggest ones. It certainly ended up having a major impact on Zamurian, so I'd agree. Speaking of which, I wanted to ask, what was it that Rhineford factory specialized in making? This book doesn't really mention it. Weapons. They specialize in making weapons, such as guns and artillery. The factory's been around for a long time. I've even heard that it was around back in the Middle Ages. That's fascinating. Well, thanks for letting me know. I'm impressed at just how knowledgeable you are. I'm just doing the job. Seems today's session is over. Are you okay with leaving off here today? This is a good stopping point, so yes, it was a pleasure to have you tutor today.
Thank you for covering for Klein. Emil seems to have learned a lot today.
He's a great teacher. In fact, I'd even put him on the same level as Klein. I'm honored.
I'm glad to see he's happy. Well then, I have to give you something.
2,000 Mira. Thank you. Wait, Mira? Can't just take this.
Why not?
People normally get paid for their work. Well, I guess. It didn't really feel like work to me. Guess it'd be rude to refuse it though. Well, if you insist, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Very grateful you filled for Klein. Hooray! All that's left is the old schoolhouse. I said I wouldn't do any hidden ones, but let's check things. That is Chapter 2 Field Study. Chapter 2 Free Day. I go talk to an art room. Okay, let's go do that. Where are you, Linda? There you are, sweetie.
Be careful approaching Clara when she's like that is asking for trouble. Annoy her enough and she'll start chasing you with her chisel. Don't ask me how I know.
Okay. Oh, maybe it's not yet. Maybe it's after everything. In which case, old schoolhouse it is. The front doors are locked. I've got the key, so I can start exploring the ruins whenever I want. But there's no telling what I'll find in here, so I'd better finish all my other tasks. Was there anything else I needed to do today? As a result, all daytime bonding events and quests will expire. Entering this place doesn't get any less scary, so no matter how many times I do it, time to try calling anyone I can count on. Future investigations will require you to choose a party of 4, in addition to support members. It's been about a month already, huh? I'm still kind of scared, but we can't just leave this place locked and pretend nothing weird's going on here. Yeah, especially with the principal himself asking us to keep exploring it. We'll just have to take things nice and slow. And I'm counting on you guys for backup. Understood. I wish to do everything I can to assist in the name of Class 7. Even if more fiends were to appear, I'd relish the chance to test my mettle against them. I feel a lot safer with you around, Laura.
I've heard the stories about this place, but quite honestly, I'm having a tough time believing them. A building that changes its layout all on its own seems, well, kind of impossible.
I imagine the only way to truly believe would be to see it with your own eyes. As soon as we step through that door, you'll be left with no option but to accept that this place is not as it seems. Yeah, I think you're in for quite a surprise. Come on, let's go.
This really is completely different from the last time we were here. What's that pedestal-like structure over there?
I mean, we don't know either. That wasn't there last month. None of this was. Yeah, I don't remember it either. The staircase leading down into the ruins is completely gone, too. Instructor Sarah said she was going to investigate the ruins in her spare time as well, but she didn't mention anything like this. Maybe someone sneaked inside and did this? No, it's too large scale to change to have been done in such a short time. The most likely explanation seems to be that the ruins have changed their layout on their own. Again.
You can't be serious.
This truly is a fascinating place. Well, standing around isn't getting us anywhere. Let's go and get a closer look at that pedestal.
Well, it's definitely a device of some sort. If I were to guess, I'd say it's something similar to an elevator you'd find in a mine shaft. That's what it looks like anyway.
An elevator, huh? Wonder if that means we can use this to go deeper underground.
It's worth a shot. Let's see. There we go. We can use this to descend one floor down. There appear to be other floors beyond that too, but access to anything lower is locked out.
Which means the area we explored last month would be the first floor, I suppose. Didn't realize these ruins went further than that. My head is starting to hurt. If the rest of the floors are locked, that seems to suggest someone is trying to stop us or anyone from getting to them. But who would do that, and why?
I have no idea, but the proof is right here. All the other floors are off limits. There's no model number or date anywhere either, which suggests this was built at the same time as the building itself, back in the Middle Ages.
You're surprisingly well informed on technology, Elisa. It's not often that girls develop such an interest in machinery.
I don't know that much. It's all just low-level stuff. Plenty of other people could tell you the same thing, I'm sure. So, what are we going to do? Do you want to try using the elevator to go down to the second floor?
Yeah, I think we should. Though we have no idea what we're going to find down there, so we need to be very careful. Make sure you're all well prepared. To the second floor.
Second floor, huh? Everybody off, I guess.
Man, none of this was last month. It's kind of eerie. That door sure looks like the one we saw last time, though. And that means we can probably expect more monsters behind it. Excellent. I'm itching to test my skills against them. We should be careful in here. Monsters may end up being the least of our worries. True, but the five of us shouldn't have any problems making good use of combat links at least. You ready to get started?
Of course. Let's head in.
You guys aren't going to Let's link Elliot and Laura, Reed and Elisa.
Onward!
Where are all the treasure chests? I want them 'cause they're mine. Where are all the treasure chests? I want them 'cause they're mine. Treasure chest, treasure chest. Give me your sweet goods. Trip. Get away from me. You too. You better not be in my way. 'Cause oh. Forgot they don't climb automatically. Gotta press X.
Treasure chest,
Is that a treasure chest?
Yes, it is. And I want it.
It's a treasure chest, my dear. And it's acting like it's never did
Monster chest.
Oh, a treasure chest!
Bring it on! Go!
You know what? I don't care.
Right! My turn!
Okay, it's safe for now.
Yay. Hey, you buy the treasure chest. Shoot. Make sure you stay away from me. Good. Look at it. Cowering in the corner. It knows its place. Why are you here? Shoot. Get. Wait a minute. I think I went down the wrong path. And I'm going to blame you for it.
We appear to have reached the exit.
That we have, Laura. Now we will rest. And then we will go fight things.
careful, this one looks strong.
Go! Now's our chance!
I've got you!
You're finished!
Right!
My turn.
Go!
I can do this.
My turn.
Is everybody okay?
That one sure put up a fight. Indeed, I suspect it considered this entire floor its domain. Still, it was nothing we couldn't handle. Perhaps that means the floor is ours now. Yeah, we seem to have finally gotten the hang of combat links and everything. But it doesn't look like there's anything left to find here. The path does appear to be a dead end with this room. There don't seem to be any valuables in here that for that thing to have been guarding. Yeah.
Is something wrong? You look like you're lost in thought.
Did you sense something? No, I was just thinking about last one. This is exactly the same as what happened then. A new area opens up, we reach the end of it, and we fight a powerful enemy, then hit a dead end. The situation is identical. Now that you mention it, that is suspicious. Every path has to reach its end somewhere. It's probably nothing more than a coincidence. You might be right. It just strikes me as odd, that's all. Either way, we've explored all we can for now. Let's go. Come on, let's go back outside. Right? Oh, wait, no, don't go that way. Investigation over. That was way more exhausting than I expected. Yeah, the monsters down there were a lot stronger than the ones we fought last month. That elevator is the biggest conundrum, though. Where could it possibly have come from? We should report our findings to the principal right away. Instructor Sarah, too. Yes, that seems like the wisest course of action. Sleep. Oh,
She's so cute.
So this month there's suddenly an elevator allowing access to a floor even deeper below the surface. Honestly, how many more surprises does our old schoolhouse hold? This was nothing like during my inspection last week, I can say that much. Why can't I be the one to find the cool stuff? There seem to be a number of floors even deeper underground too, but only the first two were accessible.
That's another mystery. I tried to find some means of unlocking the elevator so we could access the other floors, but it wouldn't budge.
If that's not the end of it, I wonder how far down it goes. In the decades I've been here at this academy, this is the first I've heard of any additional floors whatsoever. Up until last month, the floor we used for your orienteering exercise is all we've ever known. So what we've explored today didn't even exist until this week. And easy access to this new area presented itself in the form of a convenient elevator, no less. I've heard that many of the rooms from the Dark Ages were fraught with mysteries, but this is almost inconceivable. Well, something must have caused the new areas to show themselves, but I don't know. I don't have the slightest idea on what that something could be. You wouldn't happen to have any ideas, would you, sir? Let me think. Perhaps it may have something to do with Emperor Drykos.
Drykos the Lionheart?
The very same. Emperor Drykos left strict orders regarding that building, which have been passed down from principal to principal ever since. He proclaimed that the old house was to be preserved as it is until the promised day arrives. The promised day? What does that mean? That I couldn't say. Though some have speculated it ties back to the War of the Lions 250 years ago and to Draco's companion, the brave Saint Sandlot.
Saint Liana? Liane? Samla?
The Lance maiden. Emperor Draco's words did concern the War of the Lions, and it does stand to reason that she'd be connected. She and Eisenritter fought valiantly at his side through the conflict. Valiantly enough to be regarded as a saint by the Septian Church. I imagine few in Erebonia don't at least know the name. Her name is celebrated even in my hometown, and I'm about as far out in the Empire as you can get.
There's no shortage of legends and mysteries surrounding her life, and her death, for that matter. But how in the world would she be connected to the old schoolhouse?
Well, I'm not certain she is. But when I think of the alterations that have begun to occur inside the building and of Draco's words, I find it difficult to believe that there's no connection. It just strikes me as more than mere coincidence. I guess that's as good a theory as any. But what does the promised day refer to?
Well, with so little information, we could speculate all night, and I doubt we'd have be any closer to a legitimate answer.
We'll just have to keep searching the ruins and see what we find. You've performed admirably, Class 7. I truly appreciate all your efforts, and I'm terribly sorry for keeping you here so long. Not at all. I'm just happy we could help. If we discover anything else, we'll let you know at once, sir. Excellent. Feel free to prioritize other tasks as you see fit, however. You are not my personal assistants, after all. But we could be, if you pay us. Thanks for the help, everyone.
I would think of nothing of it. Honestly, I want to solve the mysteries of that place as much as you do at this point.
I feel the same, and fighting the monsters within serves as excellent training. I would be more than happy to accompany you again, should the opportunity arise. Yeah, it's not right for you to have to do all the hard work, Green. That goes goes for all the other requests you do on your free days too. My help's just a call away if you ever need it. Thanks. I'm sure I'll take you up on that. I'll see you back at the dormitory. Take care. I've received an additional bonding point. Who wants to bond with me? Jusis and Fee. Fee is on the second floor. Where am I right now? Final floor. Main floor. Where are you, Fee? Not many places you can hide. This is the part where my doubt should be in here. So which means Fee. What are you doing, Fee? Not much. Looking for somewhere to nap, I guess. I can never tell what she's thinking. Maybe I should talk to her a bit. Try to get to know her. Would you mind if I stuck around here? Go ahead. It's all yours. See you later. I meant stuck around with you, so we could talk for a while. Okay. So, are you always here at this time of day? Sometimes. Unless I'm napping somewhere else. Yeah, you do. I do see you napping a lot. So, do you like naps? They're okay. What else is there to do during school hours? Oh, come on, don't be ridiculous. There are plenty of things to do here, and you won't even get to do some of them when you're older. For example, there's studying, joining clubs, hanging out with your friends, all sorts of stuff. I'm in a club. A gardening club, actually. Whoa, when did you join that? I have to admit, I'm pretty surprised. What sort of things are you growing? Nothing. Right. Well, if you do end up growing something, I'd love to see it. Sure. You act like you're my dad or something. Do you get a kick out of getting involved in other people's business? Well, I don't know about that. This is the way I act with my sister, so maybe that's it. Sorry if I upset you or anything. I'll try not to be so nosy in the future. Either way, I don't exactly hate it. Huh? Fee got up from the couch. I gotta get to gardening. Wait, now? Seriously? We're allowed to stop by whenever we want. See ya. Hey, the stairs are the other... Fee walked towards one of the windows and placed her foot on the sill, then jumped out. Fee? Fee jumped to the courtyard. Fee! Reen rushed to the window in a panic. Fee said, I will escape this situation as quickly as possible. Is she alright? Jumping down from here without even a scratch isn't just athletic, it's almost inhuman. Where did she learn to do that? She's small and cute. Small, cute things can do anything. Alright, where was Jusis? Library. Hey, Jusey boy. Oh, it's you. Hey there, Jusis. I've noticed I see you here pretty often. Guess you must be a pretty avid reader, huh? Wouldn't put it like that exactly. There's not much else to do, so I just came to pass the time. Oh, I don't really get a chance like this too often. Should I hang out with him? Would you mind if I joined you? You needn't ask my permission. You can do as you please. Well then, I hope you don't mind my company. What is that you're reading anyway? It's a book on one of the many legends that are told throughout the Empire. There are certainly no shortage of those, is there? I've heard stories about witches, spirits, even vampires. Hold on, are you into those kind of stories, Jusis? These are merely a means to a fuller knowledge of the Empire. Though I can't deny that they make for interesting reads. I see. Maybe I should take a look at some of them sometime.
Hey, over there. That boy's from one of the 4 great houses, right? House Alberea? So he is. He fits the noble archetype to a T, doesn't he? You don't suppose he's friends with that guy next to him, do you? I was guessing that he was. You gotta wonder what kind of people a big name like that would hang out with. Oh, it's almost time. We gotta get back to the dorms. Hey, wait up.
So that's what it's like to be famous. This is a daily occurrence. You're a noble yourself. Same would happen to you if you ever acted like one. Fair point. Maybe I could stand to learn a lesson or two from you. One cannot escape their nobility. As such, it should be worn with pride. What? Someone told me that when I was a child. Don't listen to the likes of red knits. Jusis. That's the end of this book. I'm going to get another. Was he just trying to cheer me up? Thanks, Jusis. Alright, there's nothing else to do. Back to the dorm. Is that a bell? Hey, Celine. If you had a cat that was this pretty purple color, like, what would you name it? Or do you think Celine is a good enough name? I like the name Celine. Hey, haven't you got lovely fur? Who's your master, I wonder?
Meow.
Oh, technically she is black, but she looks purple. Good kitty. Well, she's got a ribbon, so she's definitely not a stray.
Meow. Meow, meow.
Does that feel good? You got really pretty fur. Such a pretty girl, or cat. Actually, are you male or female? I've just been assuming female, but... Ow. Oof. Guess I pushed my luck. I don't think she scratched me too deep, but I should still apply some ointment when I get back to the dorm, just in case. Wonder what her name is.
Oh, Reen. Good evening.
Evening. Did you just get back too?
Yeah, I was busy with club-related work until just now. I'm glad I ran into you, though. I heard from Elisa that you went into the old schoolhouse again.
Yeah, and we made some pretty crazy discoveries while we were at it. We're going to need to keep investigating that place on a regular basis, I'd say.
Well, I'd be more than happy to accompany you next time. The request was made to the whole of Class 7, after all, and I'd like to do everything I can to help.
Really? That's very kind. Thank you. Maybe I should ask Fee next time too. And Jusis and Machias while I'm at it.
Huh, Fee would be a good choice at the very least. I'm sure she'd be more than happy to accompany us, or more than willing anyway. As for Jusis and Machias, I'm sure a chance will present itself for them to make friends eventually. Maybe then?
One can only hope. We really have to do something about those two already.
Oh my! Reen! What happened to your right hand?
Oh, this? A beautiful lady I ran into in town did it. Or at least I think she was a lady.
Come again?
A black cat with really glossy fur. I've never seen it around before. I assume it belongs to someone in town since it was wearing a blue ribbon and a bell. I must have done something to offend it though, because it got all grumpy out of nowhere and scratched me up pretty good.
I'm so sorry.
What?
Please, sit down on the sofa. I'll bring a first aid kit and dress that wound right away.
Thanks. Do you know it or something?
No, not at all. I've just seen it around town a few times. Anyway, I'll go get the first aid kit. Don't go anywhere.
It's just a little scratch. I don't know why she's making such a big deal out of it. I've never seen Emma get so flustered before. There we go. That should do it. This textbook Emma lent me is really helpful. I might actually be able to get decent grades on next month's midterms thanks to her. Doubt I'll be able to even come close to matching her own grades though. Or Machias's for that matter.
I wasn't trying to help you, but I did cause you some trouble during last month's field study, so...
Whether you're a noble or not is beside the point. The bottom line is you lied to me, and I simply cannot trust those who lie.
There's a lot about both Machias and Jusis that we don't know. Maybe in time we can discover something about them that'll help us mend their relationship a little. This seems like a good place to stop for a quick breather.
Abend time.
Abend time is about to start anyway.
The day is done, and it's time to cast off your cares right here. It's the Misty you know and love coming to you live from Radio Trista.
Oh, actually, I guess it's already started. Misty's voice is always so soothing.
We're now in the second half of May, and the greenery all over Erebonia is beginning to reach its peak. It's the perfect time of year to enjoy nature, and the weather is absolutely perfect for a great hike. Listeners in Heimdall have Modder Park to enjoy with its spectacular glass garden. Though, for those willing to hop on a train, I heartily recommend a trip to Lunaria Nature Park. Administrative issues kept it closed for a while, but it finally reopened this month, and it's worth making the trip. You can relax and take in the scenery of this vast, almost mystical forest, and then grab a cold beer on the way back. I can't think of a better way to spend the weekend. Can you? Whoops, with all you students tuning in, maybe I shouldn't recommend boozing it up, should I? You might not be able to grab a cold one just yet, but fresh milk or fruit juice are pretty refreshing in their own way.
I will one day try fruit milk.
Anyway, let's
What did
see
you
who
say,
sent
fruit
us some
juice?
mail today, shall we?
Oh, I still want to try fruit milk.
This first one's from future 3-star chef from Berea Hard.
Practical exam. Is this one where it takes me forever? Sometimes being over-leveled is hard. Alright, it's time for this month's practical exam. I'm sure you don't need a refresher on how these things work, so let's just get started, shall we? Still not used to these things. I don't know if I'll ever be. It's changed form. Now that you mention it, this one does look different from last month's. Fiddling with their settings changes their appearance too, apparently. I really don't know how they work, Good luck, you guys.
Already? Okay. Tell me how it's done.
Enemy sighted! Take him out!
Cancel an enemy.
I can do this.
So, this is the one that has to
Here we go! All right. Now.
An opening! Right! Hey!
I can do this. Fire! Go!
Go!
Okay, no more attacking.
It's my turn.
Of course!
Here we go! There! Now's a chance!
I've got you.
Nicely done, Elisa.
Same to you. That was great.
Sorry, that took so much of this time. Well done. All that hard work during last month's field study and in the old schoolhouse has clearly paid off. You might be right. Sorry about that. We fought well together. Indeed, I would have no objections to another round. Let's not say we did. Okay, next team. Machias, Jusis, Elliot, Emma, Fee, step forward. All of us at this one moment, which means let's just get this over with. I don't need you telling me what to do. What was that? There they go. Yes, you hate each other. We get it. Are you all ready? Okay, begin. We even had one more member than Green's group. Hardly surprising. I knew this was going to be a struggle, but I had no idea your performance would be so unremarkable. I hope you two in particular have a good long think about what you did wrong. This outcome is largely your fault after all. This is the first time I've ever heard her speaking so harshly, almost like a teacher. Well, considering the situation, it's no wonder she's frustrated.
That concludes today's practical exam. Next, I'll be announcing the details of this weekend's field study. Each of you, please come forward and take one of these.
These assignments.
Berea Hard and Saint Arc. Both very well-known cities here in the Empire.
Berea Hard's the capital of the Kreuzern province in the east, right?
And St. Arc is the capital of Sutherland in the south.
Two provincial capitals. They seem like fair choices.
I guess they are, but that's the least of our worries.
Is this some kind of sick joke? Instructor, what are you trying to prove? You have some sort of personal vendetta against us or something?
For a change, I agree with him. This is ludicrous. I refuse to accept these group allocations. Change them at once.
I don't know. They They seem pretty perfect from where I'm standing. Besides, you're from Berea, so putting you in Group A was a no-brainer.
Then put me in Group B! I'm not thrilled at the thought of going to St. Ark either, but it's better than gallivanting off to his hometown. Besides, everyone knows Berea is like a breeding ground for nobles and their dusty old ideas. The place is crawling with them.
Well, I can't deny that. Especially since that's exactly why I put you in Group A to begin with. I'm no army officer, so I'm not about to go telling you that my orders are absolute and such. That's much too military for my liking. But I am your instructor, and it's my duty to look out for your best interests, which I feel is exactly what I'm doing here. So if you have any objections, then how about the two of you try to make me listen to them by force?
Interesting.
You're not seriously going to...
Oh, come on, don't.
Male pride is so predictable. I knew you couldn't possibly turn down an offer like that. And I wouldn't have it any other way.
Instructor Sarah. Gun in one hand, sword in the other. Completely unbeatable.
What?
An orbital gun and a sword? Those are terrifying looking weapons.
That's the spirit. Reed, why don't you give them a hand? I'll take on all three of you.
Yes, Instructor.
I gotta be a part of this.
What a powerful aura.
All right, it's time for some extreme extra credit. If you think you can convince me to change your assignments, well, let's just see how well you measure up. All right, show me what you've got.
My turn.
It's my turn!
I'll handle this.
Here we go. Arcus, activate.
Leave it to me! Locked and loaded! Won't get away!
My turn. Arcus, activate!
Right! Locked and loaded! Won't get away!
Didn't see that coming.
So impossible.
Didn't see that coming.
This can't be happening.
Impossible.
Are you okay?
I had no idea she was that strong.
I believe she was holding back, too.
Her combat style is most unique. I couldn't even hazard a guess as to what school she represents.
I guess this means... Yep. Decision's final.
Chalk one up for the educator. Group A and Group B will be heading to their destinations this weekend as planned. Good luck, everybody. I'll be expecting souvenirs.
Your rank's gone up. Here's a little something from the Academy. You did really well, Reen.
I don't sense anyone else on this floor. Seems like everyone's already out of their rooms. Suppose I should head down too. Morning. You two are up early.
I want to make this very clear before we leave. You are my classmate. You are not my friend. We may be in the same group, but I would appreciate it if you would not address me as casually as you seem wont to do.
Our class's vice president is as stubborn as ever.
Say that again! I dare you!
Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
It looks like we're all gathered then. Shall we be leaving?
We might as well. Though there's still some time before our train leaves.
That's fine.
I have no objections either.
Well, let's go.
This is going to be a long weekend.
Now, I'm going to leave out for our beautiful field trip together. Hey, what are you two doing? What do you think you're doing?
Oh, darling, you forgot something. Our morning kiss.
Oh, I wouldn't want to forget that. I'm off then. Take care of things here. It's Crow. Hey dude, how you doing? Yo, good to see you all ready for action this early in the morning. You're up awfully early yourself, aren't you? Thought I'd set a good example as a responsible upperclassman and give you guys a heartfelt Crow send-off. You kinda look like you're in for a rough time, though. Well, good luck either way. Surprise me with a cool souvenir when you get back. Nothing stresses him out, does it? I don't think there's that much to do in this particular morning. Hey guys. You made it. Hey. Good morning. Are you leaving now too? Yeah, I'm hoping we'll be able to reach Berea Hard before noon. Looks like you guys already have your tickets, huh?
Yeah, the train to the capital should be arriving any minute now.
Our destination, St. Arc, is about as far from Trista is yours, I believe.
Yes,
Yeah, sorry.
they're both about 5 hours from Trista by express train.
I've never ridden on a train for so long before. I'm kind of looking forward to it. Guess they're the same as ever, huh?
I'm amazed they're not sick of the whole ordeal by now.
It's getting tedious.
Fee?
If anyone can do it, it's you, Reen. Huh? Do what? Get those two to make peace with one another. I couldn't make it work, but I suspect you have a much better chance. Do you really think that's even...
Passenger service bound for Heimdall, now arriving on platform 2. We ask that all passengers wishing to board please wait on the platform until the train has come to a complete stop.
That's us.
I'm afraid we've got to run.
May Adios be with you. Then let's all do our very best. Hey, you bet.
Take care, everyone.
Bye. Bye, guys. Remember us. I guess we should buy our tickets and line up for the Berea Hard train then.
Yes, let's.
If we must. Though I'm loath to patronize a city so crawling with nobles.
Good morning, Class 7. Group A is headed to Berea today, correct?
Yes, that's right.
I believe there's a direct line that stops at Keldick, isn't there? Indeed, there is. Every other train heading east from here is the direct line, and the next one will be arriving soon, so I'd suggest you buy your tickets now. Certainly, that'll be 5 passengers for Berea Hard. I'll have those tickets for you in just a moment. Passenger-bound service for Keldick.
Yeah, that's rude.
We ask all passengers to stay on the train or outside. Just don't get hit by the train.
Kinda late there. If you got locked out of the train, wouldn't necessarily be our fault.
Shall we review what we know about where we're going?
That sounds like a good idea. Would you mind giving us an overview, Jusis? You're from Berea Hard City, after all. If that's what you want, I'm obliged. But are you sure you wouldn't rather hear from the group's finest intellectual mind instead? I'm sure he'd be able to give you a far more critical analysis without any of the pro-noble bias I'm certain to inject. Are you suggesting that I allow my views to cloud my ability to actually see why you scored so miserably in last month's field study.
What was that?
Last month, Group B got an E on their field study. If that had been on a paper exam, it would have been a fail, and a low one too. Do you two really want that to happen again? Well, I hope you're not naively suggesting we put all our differences aside and become friends. Of course not. We were chosen to be in Class 7 because of our differences, in fact. We come from different backgrounds, so naturally we're going to have conflicting opinions and ways of looking at things. And no doubt we all have a few beliefs that we're not willing to compromise on, no matter what. But that doesn't change the fact that for the next few days, we're all part of the same group. We're all partners. I was wondering what you were getting at.
You have to be joking. I refuse to accept the idea that.
I'm not saying we have to be friends, but we're in the same group and we're working toward the same objective. Let me put it another way. We're united against a common enemy, Group B, and unless we want to lose to them, we have to work together here. I would have taken you for the competitive type. Of course I am. I care about winning and losing as much as the next guy, and get just as frustrated when other people hold me back. I'm jealous of how good your grades are, for example. All three of you. I feel like I'm losing the race and have to struggle to catch up. And it was beyond frustrating when we lost against the instructor the other day. I see. There's no denying that she's strong. Incredibly strong, in fact. I don't know what kind of experience or training she's been through to become that way, but it's simply a fact. I just feel like if we'd been able to work together a little better, if we'd been able to form proper combat links with one another, we may have had at least even beyond a little. You would have. Sarah's only strong because she knows how to fight. If you'd been able to work together, you could have withstood her onslaught a little longer. Might not have won, but you wouldn't have lost either. Exactly.
Lisa, Laura, and Molly are all in the same group as last time. And Gaia seems like the type who can work well with anyone.
They'll be a strong team. Yeah, they'll be able to give their absolute best no matter what comes their way. Honestly, if we don't do something about our shortcomings, their score would easily double ours.
Enough! I get it.
And it's not like I have much of a choice but to go along with their yay team attitude, now do I? Indeed, I would prefer not to cooperate with this farce, but I have no intention of standing by and accepting defeat. So you're saying, until this trip is over, we will call a truce. Agreed? Very well. The very notion of working under those circumstances is ludicrous, but I am more than capable of enduring such idiocy if I must. The same goes for me.
Well, at least it seems they might actually try to cooperate with one another this time, right? That's a significant improvement over last month.
I do feel a little better. This is an improvement. I shudder to think that things must have been like last time. Alright, we won't do the blade game this time. Mostly because I don't really need to. Alright, here's what I can tell you. Rayhard is the most important city in the Eastern Cruzen province. Its population is roughly 300,000, making it relatively large even by municipal standards. The hilly region surrounding the city is inhabited by innumerable minks, which are prized for their fur. Furthermore, the Cruzen province as a whole is also widely renowned for the high-quality Street in South Berea. Yes. Large numbers of artisans gather there to prove their worth. There's a shop in Heimdall that specializes in gems produced in Berea art as well. Of course, only nobles and the ridiculously wealthy have any reason to patronize. Can't see myself ever going there. Which brings up perhaps the most important thing to note, of which you all are already aware, but can't be stressed enough. Berea at its heart is a city of nobles. What's been said about it in that regard is no exaggeration. It's really true.
I've heard nobles don't actually make up the majority of the population there.
That's correct. However, from Artisan Street to the enormous provincial army guardhouse, to the central plaza with its gigantic cathedral, to the airport designed to handle the largest of airships, Berea is a city that was developed with the nobility and the Alberea household in particular at its center.
So it really isn't an exaggeration.
I'm surprised you're able to discuss your own family so objectively. There's no point in denying the truth. As long as we're in Berea, you're well advised to keep the usual anti-ritual to yourself. Unless you fancy becoming very badly with the provincial army, at any rate. I know that. I can hold my tongue when I have to. Is it bad that I'm actually saying this? It's kind of encouraging. In a weird sort of way. It feels like we're making progress. Alright. Oh! We've passed through the granary region.
What a beautiful view.
Look, you can see a few steeples in the distance. That's Berea. Indeed, we should be there in roughly an hour now. We may yet arrive by noon after all.
Lord Jusis. Lord Jusis, welcome back to Berea.
It's a pleasure to see you again.
Amazing.
I can't believe all the station employees would abandon their duties to come and welcome him.
He's a real VIP.
I've returned here as a student of Thor's military academy to conduct a field study. I believe you were informed that this manner of excessive welcome is neither necessary nor desired. Were you not?
Well, yes, but...
You're a child of the Alberea household. If anything, we should be apologizing for not giving you an even greater welcome. Please, allow me to carry your luggage.
We would be honored to carry the belongings of your classmates as well.
That won't be necessary.
Huh? Lord Rufus?
Sup, Rufus?
Rufus? What?
My beloved brother, it's a pleasure to see you again. To think it's been 3 months. Where did the time go? I wasn't expecting to reunite with you so soon, but I'm delighted to have the opportunity.
As am I. You seem well.
I take it these are your fellow members of Class 7?
Yes, that's correct.
You know about us?
Of course. I've read all about you in my brother's letters.
Rufus.
Where are my manners, though? My name is Rufus Alberea. Jusis is my younger brother. You needn't hide your shock. It would come as no surprise at all to learn that my brother has never once mentioned me. He is, after all, quite easily embarrassed.
That's not...
He's being toyed with.
I can hardly believe my ears. What happened to the arrogant young upstart we've come to know and mostly tolerate?
But I digress. This is no time for idle chatter. I came to escort you to your lodgings for the weekend.
Wait, you don't mean...
The car is parked outside. Welcome to the verdant city of Bereahard. I hope you enjoy your stay, ladies and gentlemen of Class 7.
Verdant City, Bereahard. Such a nice city. In the car you go.
I see. So the one responsible for selecting our tasks this time around was...
Indeed. I selected them on behalf of my father. Allow me to present you with this.
Thank you.
It really is a fascinating coincidence. I never imagined my younger brother would become classmates with the son of Lord Schwarzer.
Huh? You know my father?
Certainly. Baron Theo Schwarzer is an old acquaintance of mine. Many years ago, I accompanied him to a falconry competition held in the suburbs of Heimdall. He taught me much about the practice and its etiquette. Why, that must have been 10 years ago now. Is he doing well these days?
Yes, he's quite well. And still just as fond of hunting as ever.
Splendid, splendid. And you must be the son of Governor Regnitz, no?
That's correct. I'm surprised you knew.
Indeed. I encounter him quite often when taking care of official matters in the capital. Though our positions may be different, he has given me excellent advice in the past. I feel it must be fate that you two would end up in my younger brother's class. Please do try and get along with him.
I will consider the possibility with an open mind.
Wonderful. And I would be remiss if I were not to acknowledge our two beautiful ladies. No doubt your presence brings a touch of elegance to my younger brother's academic life.
Oh, I'm honored you would say so. It's nothing like that.
Can we please stop discussing me? And when you say lodgings, you can't possibly be referring to...
Need you even ask? Naturally, you'll all be staying at the Alberea family mansion.
But...
I jest. Father's instructions were that I should do with you as I wish. So, considering the circumstances of your visit, I've had a hotel room prepared. That way you'll be able to concentrate more easily on your field study, no?
Oh, thank you. I truly appreciate it.
Oh wait, I wonder what that was all about.
I'm afraid we'll need to end our charming repartee here, however. For I can see your hotel coming into view now.
How? Which side of the river are you on? Thank you for the escort.
And thank you very much for arranging a hotel for us. We're truly grateful for your kindness.
Think nothing of it. Under ordinary circumstances, I would have invited you to a banquet this evening. But unfortunately, I have business I must attend to in Heimdall after we've finished here. In Heimdall? So will you be going by airship? Indeed. I'm representing our father. Don't tell me you're going to be all lonely and blue without me. Surely you jest. He may not be the most affable person, but please do try to extend your kindness to my brother. May the goddess's blessings be with you. I pray that your field study activities are fruitful. So that was Rufus Alberea. Heard rumors about him. Say he's the ace of the noble faction. Meeting him in person, it's easy to see where that reputation originated.
He seemed like a rather charming person, projecting both intelligence and kindness.
Yeah, he made a point of showing consideration for my dad too, even though he's a low-ranking noble. And he effortlessly thrust Jusis into the role of a cute little brother. I'd prefer you not have seen that. Though I must admit, I wasn't expecting him to leave Berea just as we arrived. How unfortunate. What do you mean? Nothing that concerns you. We should check in at the hotel and begin our work. Wait. Come on, let's drop our things off.
Yes, that sounds like a good idea. Though the thought of actually staying in a hotel this high class is kind of intimidating.
Off we go. Is an honor that our humble establishment should have the opportunity to greet a member of the esteemed dukes. Spare me the formalities. We came merely to drop off our belongings, after which point we will be leaving again immediately. Please show us to our rooms, as you wish. If you'll allow me to escort you to the western wing, then leave a fine suite prepared for you. We have individual rooms reserved for each of your classmates as well. Wait, I believe I told you before that we're here solely for our studies. This excessive hospitality is neither required nor appreciated. But Lord Jusis, I must insist, don't make me repeat myself. We require only 2 rooms, one for the boys and one for the girls. Will that be okay with you all? That works for me.
It's more than enough.
It's fine. I guess, of course, we're students. We should be treated as such. Start working on our field study task now, I think. Good. We've wasted more than enough time as is.
Now, let's crack that envelope, shall we?
Alright, here goes. Flop, flop, flop. Fine, that's 100 arcs, so each student must record his or her day.
One request from a noble, followed by one from an artisan. That should definitely keep things interesting.
Yeah, they seem to have struck the perfect balance here. The monster one sounds irritating. What do they mean by report to Arches Fort on this one? Arches? Whatever. For it sits on the opposite side of Arches Canyon. It's a provincial army base originally built in the Middle Ages. The request must have come from there. Sounds like trouble to me. We should probably save that one for last, just to be on the safe side. I'd advise that regardless. The path through the canyon is long and treacherous. We should complete our other tasks before we venture out that way, lest we run out of time.
Yes, let's do that.
Fine by me. I have no objections either. Alright then, let's get started. I'm sure Elisa and the others are working hard on their own tasks as we speak, and we can't let them beat us. So, let's give this our all.
Right.
Okay? Of course. I give you my word. Oh, wait. Probably should have actually read those. Anyways, we're not doing the Arches one. The addicted to bath salts. Find me at the Terrace outside of the Soiree restaurant. Hey, doggy. Hey, I really want to talk to your master, not you. Excuse me, could we talk to you for a minute? Ah, might those uniforms be from Thor's Military Academy? I assume that you must be the students Lord Rufus mentioned, right? What's this all about? Lord Rufus asked me to give some work to some students who came along here for some manner of field study, you see. Well, in truth, he asked my father first, but he's as busy as he ever was. So the request was passed on to his heir, in other words, me. Huh, that sounds rather interesting, doesn't it? Now, take a guess at what I came up with. Oh, you're such a tease. Might I have some time to think about it? So what exactly is your request? You dare interrupt our conversation? You commoners truly have no courtesy, do you? It's only natural to wait for those superior to you to finish their Oh my, what's the matter? Lord Jusis, I had no idea you were with these commoners. Well, I am. Do you still wish for us to remain quiet while you continue with your nonsense? Of course not. We would never be so crass. I could get used to this. Why couldn't he just stand where they could see him in the first place? Well, what is it that you're looking for? Your request stated that you want some kind of bath salt. Well, you see, I'd like to request that you procure some pink salt for us. I see. It's a rather difficult request. Fret not, I can change the request if you wish. That won't be necessary. A request is a request. Is it that hard to find? That's not the issue. We need to make our way through the canyon to the east to find it, much like we need to do for that monster. It's closer to Arch's fort than it is to the city, so it won't be an easy journey.
Oh, I see.
Why are they putting salt in the bath, though? Putting salt in bathwater warms the body. I don't really care for it, but it seems to have some positive health effects. Sounds like something only nobles could afford to do. Well, either way, we know exactly where we need to go now. Yeah, let's get the request from Artisan Street settled before making our way over there, though.
This looks like a nice spot.
No, we're not fishing right. We're looking for a hidden quest. Is he not here until the second day? That is... Yeah, we're going to... Huh? What? Ah, I see.
This street seems kind of different from the others.
This is Artisan Street.
Where craftsmen and merchants ply their trades. So what you're saying is any minute now. Indeed, we shouldn't have long wait. Oh, looks like he's with the customer now.
What should we do? Should we return later?
Judging by the uniform, and I see Lord Jusis is with you too. Welcome to our store. Have you come regarding the field request? We have, but I'd ask that you please refrain from giving us any special treatment on my account. If our timing is inconvenient for you, we're quite amenable to returning at a later hour. No, it's just the opposite, in fact. We were just discussing you as it happens. Alright then. Wait, you were discussing us? Does that mean... Of course, if you'd allow me to explain, this is Ben, a tourist currently staying here in Bereahard. He's the one responsible for the request that brought you here. See, I'm going to get married in the near future, and I came here to inquire about having a wedding ring made. Artisans of Berea are renowned far and wide for their skill with gem processing, so it seemed the ideal choice. So you've made what I presume to be a substantial journey in search of the perfect ring.
It is a wonderfully romantic thing to do, isn't it?
There's no denying the quality of the jewels one can procure here, but they don't come cheap. That's right, unfortunately. Buying one of the local gemstones on my income isn't very plausible. An Septian ring especially is out of the question. I quickly realized how impulsive I've been and had almost given up. But then I consulted with Bruck here and on whether or not I had any chance of finding a good deal, and he gave me a really good idea. Oh, that's right. A precious stone might be out of his budget, but there are stones just as beautiful that are a whole lot cheaper. Semi-precious stones, if you will. The name's pretty self-explanatory. I suggested we make a ring for him using one, specifically a gem known as Dryad's Tear. I'm not familiar with that one.
I think I may have heard of it actually. It's made from a very peculiar tree sap that hardens like stone after being exposed to air for a long time. And it has a translucent shine to it that people say is easily equal to Septium.
That's the one. I'm surprised you know so much about it. Guess you're an expert on jewels as well, huh? That's our Emma.
It's just a personal interest of mine.
So does that mean the reason you called us here is exactly, I'd like you to go collect one of these Dryad's Tears from a client. Fortunately for you, many of the trees that the tears can be harvested from grow on a North Cruisin' highway. But even though it only qualifies as semi-precious, it's still a pretty rare gem. So finding one might not be an easy task. Well then, I suppose we'll just have to buckle down and look. It may not be quite the challenge our dear friend here has made it out to be, you know. Hey dude. The innocent good nymph's tears that you seek. How would you respond if I were to say that I saw one with my own eyes mere moments ago? Who's this guy? Do you know him, Jusis? I can't say I recall ever meeting him before, no. Ah, gracious, how terribly impolite of me not to introduce myself before speaking. My name is Baron Blueblank. It's a true pleasure to make your acquaintance. Blueblank, I think it is. From paintings, sculptures, and the finest of arts to the most delicately detailed crafts, I am a connoisseur and lover of beauty, craftsmanship, and art history in all their many splendid forms. I see. He seems a little off-puttingly eccentric. But that's enough about myself. I hear you're seeking a Dryad's Tear. Yes, that's right.
You say you saw one moments ago? Are you certain?
My dear lady, I would never dream of lying about matters of beauty. I beheld the light which you seek on the northern highway. Of that I am most certain. And yet I must confess that my knowledge of the area is not so great that I would be able to share its exact location. Though perhaps that's the way it should be. After all, a brilliant light has true meaning only when one grasps it with his own two hands. You don't say. Guy's manner of speech is irritating. So is the content of his words.
Now, let's hear him out.
Well, we're certainly appreciative of the information. May I ask why you're telling us all of this, though?
Perhaps
it's the spirit of inquisitiveness that drives you to seek a beauty mere mirror cannot buy. It moves me so, and being the generous man that I am, I deign to extend an olive branch. Is that sufficient enough reason for you? Sure. Well, we'll know soon enough if he's telling the truth. Yes, we need to begin our search. We can choose to follow his lead, unspecific as it may be, or disregard it entirely.
I think our chances are about equal either way.
Well, we'll be leaving now. Hopefully you'll see us back soon enough with the Dryad's tier in tow. Good luck. I appreciate it. Good day to you. So everything goes to the north cruising, correct? Arches Fort, north cruising, and Arches Fort. I believe to get there is down here. Alright, not that way. Oh, is there another way out?
I love the look of this city. It's so beautiful.
Maybe so, but it's got nothing on Heimdall in terms of sheer scale.
That's the noble district, so...
Okay.
Okay.
Very well.
Go!
Hey, dude. Don't mind us, just, switching places, trying to center the camera. Maybe it's this way. What? Don't all our requests have to deal with us going out onto the highway? We've talked to this guy, monster along the Arches Canyon path. This guy needs us to go to the North Cruising Highway. And addicted bath salts. We should be able to find the salts deep in the Orchis. Might as well take care of the monster while we're there too. What am I? According to a really shady looking North Cruising Highway. What am I missing? Monster bait spinner. Yes, the top of the cliff partway along. What am I missing? Why won't you guys let me go out onto the highway? Hey there. Just gonna check around for boxes and treasures and
Oh, a treasure chest.
Precaria. Believe that feels status.
Bridge, huh?
Sarbrid.
This looks like a nice spot.
No, we're not fishing.
Oh, a lake. It looks so pretty.
It's so pretty.
Excellent. This is it.
Alright, let's see if we can move it without causing any damage. You can see right through it. Its radiance truly is the equal of Septium, just as Lunar said.
Yes, I'm certain this will make for an exquisite ring.
I can hardly wait to see the expression on Ben's face when we show it to him. Although this does mean that Baron was telling the truth. Yeah, and we still have no idea why he went out of his way to tell us. There's no point worrying about that now. We got what we came for. Yep, time to go.
Let's give this to Beck. Look at me again. Look at me again.
Come back. No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
Tanks. We're gonna eat our souls. That was the other one that was in Providence, wasn't it? They patrol?
I suspect they're members of the unit stationed in Kelvin. They're likely on their way to rendezvous, maybe in Korea. Makes sense. Never seen those vehicles accompanying them before, though. Bradford's latest model of light armored transport from the looks of it. They lack the firepower of a tank, but make up for it in maneuverability. They must have spent a fortune on those.
You certainly seem to know a lot about them, Pete.
Suppose so. Regardless, we have no reason to linger. We should return to Berehard ourselves. Yeah, you're right. To the artisans. Not that way, this way.
Out my way, purple dude.
Hey, we got the thing. Oh, you're back. Is something wrong? Well, could you give us the item? Sure, here. Thank you.
What is taking so long? If you have what I asked for, just hurry up and give it to me.
Yes, of course, at once.
What's going on?
Honestly, we don't have all day. This is why you commoners never get anywhere in life.
Here it is, my liege. The Dryad's tear was presented to the Count.
So, this is what it looks like.
I can confirm that this is a genuine Dryad's tear. I imagine it will be a bit hard, but as it is nothing more than petrified sap, you should be able to consume it without worry.
Consume? We had to have heard that wrong.
Alright, alright then. Chow.
Seriously? What are you doing?
Here, my lord.
Scum.
How did this happen?
What the hell do you think you're doing? Machias? You there, commoner. You might want to watch your tone when addressing someone of higher rank than yourself. Damn, this isn't good.
Oh, I be generous and let it pass this once. But you would do well to mind your manners in the future. If you were truly anger me, your life could be cut short, very short indeed. I think you're the one who ought to mind his manners. What was that? Lord Jusis, what are you doing in a place like this?
That does not concern you. However, we went to the great pains to find a Dryad's tear for that man there, and I am most interested in hearing what exactly made you feel you had the right to consume it.
But Lord Jusis, I legally purchased that stone from him. I have done nothing improper here.
Is what that man says true? Yes, it is. He agreed that he would give me a sum of mira in exchange for the tear.
See, so that stone was my property, which meant I could do with it ever I wish.
Okay.
But why would you want to eat it? Well, the Dryad's tear is used in Eastern herbal medicine, as it is yet said to possess a number of useful properties.
Herbal medicine? A popular variety of alternative medicine practiced in the Eastern lands. What useful properties?
Nutritional supplementation mostly, but there are those who believe it can also prevent the effects of aging. Prevent aging?
Utter ludicrous.
But be that as it may, it is my prerogative, and now that the deed is done, I have no reason to remain here any further. Lord Jusis, if you would permit it.
Fine, please leave.
I am deeply grateful, if you will excuse us then.
We beg your pardon.
I'm sorry for causing a scene. Ineffective at controlling your temper as ever, I see. Some things never change. No, I should be the one apologizing to you. I'm sorry for making you watch that without a word of explanation beforehand, especially after the trouble you went through to get it for me. So, it is true. Did the Count purchase it from you? Oh, yes, that was completely true. Everything was on level. Though, honestly, considering he's a noble and a count at that, I couldn't possibly have refused. The situation may be changing for the better in Heimdall overall, but the deference to those of higher stature is still the reality in areas where the Chancellor's influence doesn't reach. Thought it might be something like that. As for the ring, I'm going to use the mirror the Count gave me as a deposit and buy one locally. I'm really sorry for putting you through all this. I'll need to start making my way to the station. I don't want to miss my train. Goodbye, everyone. I was observing, curious as what manner of compelling drama might unfold, but alas, all I witnessed was this farce. How long has he been there? I heard from the fine gentleman who works at this establishment that you students are here on a field study, no? I hope you forgive me for saying so, but I believe it is these setbacks in life which make it truly pitiful to be alive. That comedy of errors may have been tough to endure, but your resultant struggle against injustice was simply breathtaking. Excuse me? Alas, I must bid adieu, for my search can never rest ere the ultimate beauty is unearthed. I do pray we'll have the opportunity to meet again. Until such time, fare thee well, students. What was that all about?
I think he was just trying to tell us not to let it get to us. Maybe?
We still don't know why he helped us to begin with. What becomes of this request now? Good question. There's no stone left to make the ring. Does that mean we failed? Nah, we You did exactly what we asked you. It's unfortunate that things ended how they did, but that was through no fault of yours. So please, accept your reward. But this, I understand how you must feel, but you did exactly what you were asked. You deserve nothing less than the reward you were promised. I must insist. All right, thank you. Now we head off to the Arches Fort. Arches Fort. What's over there? It doesn't tell me what highway that is. Kind of know. Run away! I see boxes. We've now crossed the border into Arches Canyon. On the other side of it is Arches Fort, where the Provincial Army is stationed, which means the monster we're after is somewhere along this path. The most logical approach here would be to take care of the monster first, and continue following the path to the fort. If that's the case, we should probably take some time to finish all of our other tasks first. Otherwise, they may be left undone.
Well, I know I'm certainly anxious, so as soon as everybody else is ready, we should head out.
Okay.
That bridge above us looks like it dates back to the Middle Ages.
It is. It's been there for several hundred years.
Anything want to come out? Anything want to die? You look like you want to die. Gosh dang it. Let me have more curry about. Hey, armadillos. This area is just so big. It's hard to keep track of all the boxes. But it's also most
It's enormous. Stay on guard.
Or wait, they just put through this. They put through it.
This looks like quite an old road, though it does seem well reinforced.
Yep, looks like a lot of armored vehicles come this way.
I didn't notice there was a path here.
The monster we're looking for should be just ahead.
Oh, what a nice looking treasure chest.
No, it's not. You are.
Let's get this over with.
Go!
Arcus, activate.
My turn.
My turn.
Classmates eliminated. Let's get going.
Away we go. There's our friendly neighborhood monster.
Oh, what a nice looking treasure chest.
Hey, friend. There it is.
It does look pretty strong.
Yeah, might put up a fight. Hey, I know. We need to form a proper combat link already. We won't fail this time. You can do it. Reem, put us on the front line. We need to give this every possible opportunity to work. We'll show you how it's done.
Machias, useless.
Alright, we're counting on you. We'll start the battle as soon as you're ready.
That one looks in.
Alright, let's do this. Is everyone ready? I'm good to go. Let's do this.
Right.
Ja.
This one's dangerous. Stay on your toes, okay?
Here we go!
Very well.
I'll handle it.
Right!
I'll handle it.
Here we go!
Your turn.
Very well.
My turn.
Leave it to me. All right, let's keep moving.
That was rough.
Yeah, but we still won.
Only just.
What the hell is wrong with you, Jusis Alberea? Why did you sever the link?
Don't even think of trying to place the blame on me, Machias Regnitz.
Using our full names, I see.
You were the one who severed the link.
You said you'd cooperate, but you just couldn't do it, could you? You couldn't bring yourself to stoop to the same level as a commoner like me. You nobles truly are beyond redemption. You're utterly hopeless, through and through.
You asinine little... Why can't you see that all of this is born from your own prejudice and narrow-mindedness?
That's enough!
Please, calm down.
Stay out of this! This is our problem!
Why don't we settle this once and for all? Let me show you how much better than you I really am.
Reen!
There we go.
Nice work.
Reen, are you all right?
Hey, are you injured?
I'm fine. It's just a scratch. I was so sure we'd killed it, though. Guess I shouldn't have let my guard down.
I shouldn't have either. But it's down for good this time.
I should administer first aid on that scratch. I'll need you to take off your jacket.
That feels much better. Thanks, Emma.
You're welcome. I'm happy I was able to put what we learned from Instructor Beatrix's classes to good use.
That was last week, right?
I'm sorry, Rena.
It's our fault that you were injured.
Oh, don't worry about it. It wouldn't have happened if I'd been paying more attention. I'm just glad neither of you were hurt.
Why are you so
You should rest that shoulder for a while.
Yes, absolutely. I'd strongly recommend you fall back from the front line for the time being.
Thanks, I will. All right, let's get moving. We need to tell the Provincial Army about the monster we just defeated.
Yeah. I suppose it's not a done deal until we file our report.
Aurochs Fort isn't much farther across the canyon. We may need to hurry if we wish to be back in Bereahard before nightfall, however.
Let's go.
Hey, Reen?
Huh? What is it?
I just... Look solus Mercuri eum.
What? What did you just do?
Nothing. I just wanted to check on your bandage. Good, good. It seems fine. But please try your best to keep your shoulder firm. The less it moves, the better. We don't want your injury getting worse now.
Okay. I could swear I felt something warm flowing into my body. Maybe I'm just imagining things.
Reen is temporarily unable to join after the party. However, it's still possible to change his equipment.
Right!
I choose speed.
My turn.
My turn.
He is Dorbs. Your injury. If it still hurts, we can slow down a bit. It's no big deal, honest. It stopped bleeding and it doesn't even hurt that much anymore. Emma's first aid skills really are top notch.
Oh, not at all.
Well, if you're sure, if you truly are in pain, there's no shame in admitting it. Thanks, Jusis, but I'm really not kidding about how little pain I feel. It's kind of incredible. Did you rub some kind of special ointment on the wound or something, Emma?
No, I didn't. And yes, I did. I used a special kind of medicine I brought with me from back home. My grandmother made it by combining a number of medical herbs together, I believe.
Oh, really? My old master often used something similar. Kind of want to know more about this.
Oh no, there's nothing more to tell. I don't know the recipe or anything. Actually, I was more impressed with you, Fee. You made defeating that monster look really easy.
Me? Now that you mention it, you were unnaturally agile. And that's not the first time you've saved us in battle either. Are you certain you're not 2 years younger? Are you certain you're 2 years younger than us? Yep. It was nothing special. I'm just accustomed to combat. Accustomed. What kind of life must she have led to become accustomed to using such advanced fighting techniques? You know, you would need advanced fighting techniques.
Oh, a treasure chest.
Oh, I can see you boxes. Merman? Fix them. Allow me to fix them. Is this it? I believe so.
It's a rather pretty shade of pink, isn't it? What are you...
A little sweet for salt. Are you sure you should be doing that? She's clearly fine. So they're going to use this in the back. I guess I shouldn't be surprised nobles would do the kind of thing. Well, let's just take what we need and go.
I'm sure the clients won't mind if we give this to them after we've reported on the report, will they?
I imagine they'll be satisfied as long as they receive it by the end of the day. Off we go then. Turbo mode. Oh, cool. Wait, what is running turbo mode? Oh man, look at this. Alright, but we won't use that. Only, ooh, what does that do? Oh, just that.
That one looks annoying. Watch out.
See, none of them are any, like, problem for us. They're not real. Not even real. Why does Emma BP now? She didn't use any arts in battle. I don't think that she... Oh,
It's huge.
So this is Auroch's fort. One of the Kreutzen Provincial Army's premier bases.
Not how I was expecting it to look. They modified an older fort. A lot.
Something wrong, Jusis?
No, not at all. Let's go and give our report on the monster we defeated.
Isn't that...
It's a freight train from Bereahard?
Looks like it's carrying tanks. Pretty heavily armored ones at that.
Those are the latest models from the Rhineford Company. They're called Oxen.
How?
Come on, we have things to do.
Gosh, why does he have to be so...
He's right, though. We really should keep moving.
Yeah.
Who goes there?
Wait. Aren't those uniforms... We're members of Thor's Military Academy, Class 7.
We completed a monster extermination task on your behalf and have come to give our report.
Oh, so you're the ones. We've been expecting you. You'll forgive my curtness. Just didn't think you'd have someone so young with you as well.
So we were able to defeat the monster in question. Do you require a written report or is verbal confirmation okay?
Oh no, that's fine. You were really able to beat that thing, though?
Somehow or another, yes?
It wasn't easy, but we managed.
Not bad. Not bad at all. We probably should have taken care of it ourselves, but it was a pretty dexterous thing, so we just kind of let it be. It wasn't tough enough to cause any of us any harm, as long as we were in our armored cars when we encountered it. But still, it took a bit of convincing for us to ask a group of students to fight it, as you might imagine.
I can understand that.
Well, it provided a good opportunity for us to test our skills.
Wait.
Oh, Lord Jusis, what brings you? That uniform. Are you?
Correct. I've returned to Bereahard as part of a field study for the Academy. I'm here as a student, not as a member of the Alberea household. Please treat me accordingly, the same as you would my classmates.
As you wish. As you wish, Lord Jusis.
Wow.
Looks like even the Provincial Army will miss a chance to bend over backwards for him.
I would like to know, however, about the contents of that train that just passed by here.
You saw it? Our provincial army has finally started getting supplied with tanks. Isn't it exciting? Armored cars can't hope to compete with tanks in terms of firepower, after all.
and we can't let the Imperial Army be stronger than us forever.
I see. The fort also appears to have been fortified quite significantly.
Ah, yes. Some rather sizable construction work was carried out just last month. It'll take more than a little cannon fire to damage these walls now.
Our anti-air defenses are going to be strengthened in the near future, too. This should soon become a fort we soldiers of the Kreutzen province can truly be proud of. You can count on that.
I will. And with that, I believe we are...
There we go. Sorry about that, guys. Oh, I've been recording for 3 hours.
Wait. What is the meaning of this?
Machias?
If we were on the border with Crossbell or the Republic, maybe I could understand. But why does the provincial army here need state-of-the-art tanks? Not to mention anti-air defenses and countless other fortifications. It's utter madness!
Machias.
He makes a good point.
Can you truly be so ignorant? This is the reality of the present situation within the Empire. Tensions between Osborne's reformist faction and our noble faction grow worse by the day, though admittedly it's been happening mostly under the surface, away from the eyes of the general populace. But this is just one of the many ways that conflict is manifesting itself.
I'd heard rumors, but...
No doubt my father was the one who ordered these fortifications. I have no intention of giving any comments of my own on his decision. But if you wish to lodge a complaint, I'm quite happy to listen. So?
No, it's fine. Well, the sun's going down. We should get back to Bereahard.
Yeah.
Let's go then.
Running back. Something, 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 running back.
That one looks annoying. Watch out.
Don't worry, Fee. You're adorable. What's that? It sounds like a siren. It seems to be coming from the fort. Fee, what's... What was that? Are birds like that common around here? Imbecile, that was no bird. Looked like someone was riding it. Yeah, I think it was a child, actually. What? Are you certain? Going by build, yeah. I didn't get a good look at the face, so can't be 100% sure, but I think so. Unbelievable. Did it go? It flew off to the southwest mere moments ago, at a rather significant speed. Damn, if you'll please excuse us. Do take care, Lord Jusis. I think those are cars. Yeah, things are... They won't catch up. it does seem unlikely. What could that have been, though?
That's a good question. What's capable of flying that's not an airship?
I've never heard of any flying device besides one. This is a matter for the Army. We should trust them to handle it. We're students visiting here for our studies. We're under no obligation to do the Provincial Army's job for them. Besides which, we have our hands full with our own tasks. Well, that is true, but
it would do no harm to mention this incident in our report. It is noteworthy after all.
Yeah. On another note, my shoulder seems to have healed completely. I feel ready to rejoin the front line. Are you certain? I find it hard to believe such a significant injury could heal so quickly. Do you have some kind of alien constitution? I'm sure I don't. I think Emma's grandmother's medicine must be really effective.
Yes, that must be it. I'm just glad you're alright.
Rain can now be placed in battle once more. If you wish to set him as leader, place him back in the party via the menu. We can make him a party member, but at the same time, we're leaving, so not important.
Go, Fee, go. Go, Fee, go. Go, go. Fee, Fee, go. Running around. Yeah, running around. Back home. To the hotel. Just running, running.
Imagine if someone actually ran this fast this entire way. Because they said that this is at least 100 cells. Well, we don't know what 100 cells is.
We're finally back.
My feet are killing me.
This is pretty hard. Just about sundown.
I guess that means our field study activities are done for the day.
Thank goodness for that. I'm exhausted. And I'm starving. Whatever that strange flying object was, it doesn't seem to have come anywhere near the main thoroughfare at least.
Fortunately not.
The city wouldn't be this calm if it had. Yeah, it's probably long gone by now. We should head back to the hotel before it gets dark. There's a lot to put on our daily reports today, after all. Indeed.
We can figure out how best to summarize the day's events over dinner.
Change it back tomorrow. Oh, Lord Jusis, might I assume that you... That's correct. Here. Thank you very much. Allow me to hand this over as your reward, then. Refusing to accept it would be rather rude, I suppose. Thank you very much. My apologies for our rudeness earlier. It's kind of amazing how their attitudes change just for Jusis. Well, there's no denying the influence his family holds here. Ooh, wait. Stay outside. Maybe he's finally here. Man, I've been searching for. Where is he? Hold on. Let me look this up. Father. Huh? What? I'm terribly sorry for not coming to greet you, Father. Although I'm here but for a short time, I, Jusis, have returned to enough. As I informed Rufus, you may do as you wish while you're here. However, you will do nothing that brings shame upon myself nor the Alberea name. Please be ever mindful of your position and what you represent. Yes, Father. Would it be too much to ask for you to introduce yourself to my classmate? I have no time for pleasantries. Should I require anything from you, you will be contacted. What was that about?
Pete, that's not really...
That was the almighty Duke Alberea, the head of one of the great four houses and the man in charge of this entire province. Indeed. And by some strange twist of fate, my father as well. Jusis? I've spoken out of turn. Forget I said that. Today's workload has made me hungry. Shall we return to our rooms and find something to eat?
That sounds good to me.
I'm starving. At this point, Reen and the others returned to their rooms for a much-needed shower. Then, after a short rest, they headed to a restaurant in the central plaza for dinner.
The breeze here feels wonderful.
The food was delicious too.
Agreed.
I can see why this restaurant is popular with the nobles. Do you dine here often, Jusis?
I do. The chef has been good to me since I was a child. I was practically raised on this food.
How typical. Even in your dining habits, you nobles subsist on unnecessary luxury, though I can't deny the quality of the food.
It wasn't just tasty, but warm too.
Yes, for a high-class restaurant, the chef seems to have used a lot of very healthy ingredients. Perhaps he's doing his part to ensure Jusis stays in good health.
I wouldn't doubt it.
I wonder what Group B is doing right now.
We had this exact same conversation in our group last month, too. I'm sure they're hard at work over in St. Ark. Probably nothing to worry about.
It was Celtic for you last month, right? So you were thinking of us on the first night?
Yeah. After dinner, we were wondering how Group B was getting on. Dare I ask?
Well...
Nowhere near as peacefully as now. This is a big improvement.
I kind of figured that much.
We are doing much better this time. That much is true.
Huh? And I'm sure our reports will reflect that.
It is an improvement, though I'm not convinced it's good enough.
It's not?
I'm certain Group B gave their absolute best in all of their tasks today. But can we honestly say the same? That we could have done no better? And I'm referring not just to the monster encounter, but to the handling of our other tasks as well.
We'll just have to try and make up for it in the day we have left. Besides, we have the chance to catch sight of a far bigger problem.
Yes, that's true.
First, we find out taxes are rising throughout the province. Then, we find out the military is being expanded on a grand scale. Don't even try to tell me the two aren't related.
I have no intention of denying it. But you're only looking at one side of the coin. Exactly how many Oxen tanks do you think the Imperial Army has under their control?
Well...
100 or 2, I'd guess.
Precisely. The Imperial Army's military capabilities are enormous. This nation has one of the most powerful armed forces on the continent, and roughly 70% of it is under the Chancellor's control. Tell me, how is the Noble Alliance supposed to counter that?
So you're suggesting that's why the provincial army needs to bolster its forces?
Considering both sides are comprised of Erebonians, it all seems so wasteful.
Ah, the travails of youth. How noble and beautiful they are.
it's you.
Baron Blue Blanc, I believe?
It's such an honor that you would remember a mere baron. I see you completed a hard day's work already. How splendid!
Yes, nearly.
What about you?
Alas, I have yet to be blessed with the fateful encounter I seek. The search for beauty is filled with perils and obstacles, yet that is precisely what makes it all so beautiful.
Glitter, sparkle.
Well, I hope you enjoy the rest of your stay.
I most certainly will. Though it truly is a pity that the clear air of this verdant city should be tinged, if but faintly, with the scent of steel. I'd heard that Duke Albarea was a man of many interests, but I was unaware he counted playing with fire among them. I don't condemn him for it, though, for only by playing with fire can one create fireworks. Would you not agree, my friends?
I don't like your implications.
And I think this whole line of conversation is a little inappropriate.
Oh, please do pardon me, young lady. I meant no harm, I assure you. I wish you well on your remaining day here. May you reveal to me the beauty I seek by its end, be it the lovely luster of success or the sad splendor of failure.
Bye, dude.
Who does he think he is? This is why I can't stand nobles.
I thought you might say that. If it makes you feel better, though, I have my doubts as to whether that man truly is a noble to begin with.
What?
His behavior seems so exaggerated. Almost as if he's trying to act like the quintessential noble. Like he's fulfilling the stereotype.
Yeah, something about him feels off to me, too. But what's even stranger is that he knew we only have one day left here.
You're right. We told him of our field study, but never once did we divulge how long we intended to remain here.
Between him and that silver object, we've been crossing paths with a lot of strange people today.
Very strange.
Well, tomorrow's the end of our stint here. We can't let ourselves get distracted. We still have a lot to do.
That's right. We have to do our group proud.
Exactly.
We should return to the hotel and begin work on our reports then.
I guess they do. Sitting at a hotel counter, just waiting for someone to come in. It seemed pretty dark for a hotel lobby.
Can't get to sleep?
I could ask you the same. You aren't going to tell me the bed's too hard for you, are you?
I wouldn't dream of it. I've never slept in a bed this high class in my life. Not even back at home.
And yet you're the son of Baron Schwarzer. You've not lived the life one might expect of a boy from a noble family.
Yeah, that's just how my dad is. A lord should live like his people, not above them. That's how he always put it.
I see. It sounds as though you have a good family.
Yeah, I'm very thankful for my upbringing.
Aren't you going to ask? I assumed you'd be curious about that brief exchange with my father earlier.
It's okay, Jusi.
I wasn't really sure you'd want me to bring that up. You obviously get along really well with your brother, but I didn't get that same sense with the Duke. Has he always been like that?
As far back as I can remember. I suppose he just has little respect for a son born to a commoner.
What?
My brother and I have different mothers. He was born of my father's legal wife, a noble who still lives to this day. My own mother, however, was a commoner. and she passed away 8 years ago. In other words, I am his bastard son.
I had no idea. So, was that chef we met earlier?
He's my uncle, on my mother's side. Perhaps that's why he's always been so good to me. Or perhaps he's simply compelled to treat me as I deserve to be treated, being the son of the Duke.
No, that can't be. I don't blame you for being a little cynical, but there's no need to be quite so hard on yourself.
I suppose you're right.
I'm sure you have your differences, but you do get along with your brother, right?
You could say that. He's treated me well ever since I was taken in 8 years ago. He was the one who taught me my swordsmanship, and who trained me in the ways of court etiquette.
I knew it.
Pardon?
There's just something honest, I guess you could say, about the way you fight. It shows that whoever taught you was someone you really trusted. When we first met him this afternoon, I had a hunch he might have been the one. What's wrong?
Nothing at all. You just keep reminding me how unlike a noble you truly are.
I get that a lot.
Is your injury from this afternoon on the mend?
It's fine, honestly. There's no pain, and the wound's closed up like it was never there. I'll have to be sure to thank Emma's grandmother for her help someday.
That's good to hear. Still, from where I stand, you are something of a danger to yourself.
I am?
On the day of the entrance ceremony, when the trapdoor opened beneath us, you acted instantly to protect Elisa. There wasn't even a moment's hesitation.
Ah.
In most cases, one would reflexively act to protect himself. It's part of man's natural survival instinct. Yet you put another before yourself, not even pausing to question the validity of that decision. And you did exactly the same thing with us today. I'm sure most people would see that as an act of selflessness and sing your praises for it. But to me, it comes across as abnormal, perhaps even twisted.
I don't know how to respond to that. I wasn't expecting you to see through me quite so clearly.
Well, I owed you as much for having seen through me first. Still, the point stands. You need to be more cognizant of the effects your actions have on those around you. If not for your health and for your reputation, that selflessness of yours can just as easily be perceived as arrogance, after all.
I know it can. And you're not the first person to tell me that. What's the point in saving others if you can't spare even a moment to save yourself? That's what my old master always used to say to me.
Was it now? I suppose we both have some things we need to work through.
Yeah, but for now, we need to get a good night's sleep. If we stay up too late tonight, we're going to be dead to the world tomorrow, and that wouldn't be fair to the others.
I agree, it wouldn't be fair. To the girls, at least. I'd hate to be so tired as to limit my potential.
Hear, hear. Good night, Jusis.
Pleasant dreams.
Why are you sleeping with your glasses on? Wait, are you in your uniform? Hold up. Machias. Dude, do you not own pajamas?
Keep up the good work!
Alright. Well, yeah. It is now morning. Here is the envelope Lord Rufus entrusted me with. Please take it and study its contents well. Thanks. Much appreciated. If you'll excuse me then, should you require anything further, please do not hesitate to let me know. Alright, let's see what my brother's given us for today. Yeah, I'm kind of anxious. Blah-biddy-blah, blah-biddy-blah.
Another well-balanced assortment.
I know. What wouldn't be surprised if Rufus had predicted what happened yesterday from the very start. You're saying he intended to give us a first-hand look at the problems between the nobles and the commoners. If that's true, I'm impressed. His reputation is well earned. Sure seems that way. I believe that's enough talk about my brother. We have only one day left before we must depart on our return voyage to Tristan. We should set at...
Jusis Alberea.
What is it, Machias Regnitz?
I will accept no more failures. Today, we will form a combat link.
What?
As much as I may dislike you, I'm ashamed that we were unable to do what every other member of our class has accomplished. Today's monster extermination request seems as good a chance as any to make up for yesterday's failure. What did you say?
You really are simple-minded, aren't you? I suppose you overheard our conversation last night and feel some kind of affinity toward me now?
Nonsense! I did no such thing! I was fast asleep while you yammered on about your family and Reen and,
Machias.
That's pretty conclusive.
Very well. I accept. I'll be happy to show you what a proper combat link looks like.
We'll see about that. Fortunately, I have more than enough generosity of spirit to endure being paired with an arrogant noble like you.
Maybe today's field study will go more smoothly than yesterday's after all.
Lord Jusis.
Arno? What brings you here? I would have expected you to be at my father's side.
I'm terribly sorry I could not greet you upon your arrival yesterday. However, I have come today in the capacity of an escort.
An escort? To where? I'm sure you must be aware that I returned to Bereahard purely as part of a field study for my academy work.
But of course. However, His Grace has directly requested that I escort you to the mansion. So I would be most appreciative if you'd accompany me without delay.
Father? He showed no signs of desiring my company when we spoke yesterday.
I am in no position to question or oppose his orders, merely to obey them. I'm sure you understand. Though while I hesitate to speculate, I do wonder if His Grace may feel some regret regarding his demeanor yesterday.
But...
Go with him. We can attempt to form a combat link another time.
We'll be able to handle the morning's tasks just fine on our own. Don't worry about us.
Huh. You've come all the way back to your hometown. It would be a shame not to visit with your family, right?
Agreed.
Are you certain? Very well. I'll return this afternoon. And though I will worry as to how you'll fare without me, I know you'll at least give it your best, for what that's worth.
Of course we will.
All right. Let's meet back in the hotel lobby around noon. If something comes up, just leave a message at the front desk.
Understood. Lead the way, Arno.
Gladly, sir. Please excuse us.
No trust. I know trust you, no.
Well, let's get started. We wouldn't want to give Jusis any further reason to worry, now would we?
Huh, certainly not. Still...
What? What is it? If you have something to say, just say it.
Oh, it's nothing. Nothing at all.
She's probably thinking, the worst is over, and it's all thanks to your eavesdropping.
Good boy.
Stop that! Stop looking at me like I'm some hapless babe! Reen, you do know I still haven't completely forgiven you for lying, don't you?
Are you still hung up on that?
And Emma, I hope you're ready to score second on our midterms because I'm not about to lose to you again. But don't even think about giving those exams any less than your very best. I intend to best you when you're in top form.
You will?
And as for you, Fee, I've been wanting to say this for a long time now. Sleeping in class is an affront to our education. You need to start treating classes more seriously. Listen, take proper notes. Raise your hand now and then. And stop covering your ears when I'm talking to you.
I can't hear you.
Anyway, we've got a lot to do, so how about we get to it?
Right.
He's a cornered animal. Jusis has temporarily left. Alright guys, we are leaving it there today.